So here is our first podcast in over a year, I think now. It's been over a year since we did a podcast, and I've renamed it Dogs and Cats Living Together because it kind of makes sense because it goes with our mass hysteria theme, and I kind of wanted that kind of link. Uh, so that's the name for the podcast going forward, and this is episode one of the new podcast. I'm Andy. We got Tom with us. Tom, say hi.
Hi guys, how you doing?
I'm getting notifications. If you heard that, that's just a notification. I'm sorry. So this first one's it's not going to be a long podcast. I just want to reintroduce kind of what we've done in the last year and what we're going to be doing the next month or so, and then drop a few hints about what's going to be happening next year. There's some things we can't say in this. Tom, you understand what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah, top
So,
secret, mate. All good.
top secret stuff. Uh, as and when that gets leaked or pushed online by other people, we can then start shouting from the rooftops about certain things. But what we can say is talk about what mass hysteria is going to be. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be we'll talk about that later because I want people to watch and watch this and
Yeah, we've
have
got to build up some anticipation to it.
build up the anticipation and not
Yeah.
not push too much information right away. Uh, yeah. So let me just check, make sure no one else is trying to join in because we were expecting a few other people, but it didn't quite happen. So this is a we started doing a Ghostbuster spotlight. So Tom, at the moment on our
Hi.
website, you are the featured Ghostbuster,
Yeah.
and do you know why that is?
Well, I'd like to think it's because I'm one of the best, Andy, but you
Yeah,
might
not
tell
only
me
that,
otherwise. I don't know.
you won a little competition the other night, and we'll go into that a little bit later as well. I weren't going to say anything.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
no
quite
worries.
funny, but yeah, no, Tom, I think out of our group, you put so much effort into everything we do, and I'm really appreciative. And I built the new website recently and finished it a few weeks ago, which is now live. Everybody, it's portsmouthghostbusters.co.uk. Just so you know, there'll probably be a link somewhere in the description anyway. But as I was creating a website, I decided to add to our members area a featured Ghostbuster bit that we'll push around throughout our Ghostbuster team as we as the website and time goes on. But as I was building the website, I was thinking about who should be our first featured Ghostbuster, and it's quite good that we're doing this kind of one-to-one, and you're on it because you're the
Yeah.
Ghostbuster, and that's the reason why, Tom. Because I think out of our whole group, and I think everyone would agree, you put 110% into everything you come to, and you've come to everything, give or take, or bar one or two little events we've done over the last year.
Yeah,
You've
sometimes I fancy a lion, it's fine.
well, there you go. So
Yeah,
sometimes a Ghostbuster has a day off, you know,
absolutely.
instead of busting ghosts, sleep in bed and await the apparition to visit you at night, that kind of stuff.
I couldn't possibly comment on that, Andy.
So, but that's kind of where I was at when I was building a new website, and the new website is going to become our hub. So we have a lot of members. We're not a small group. We're probably one of the biggest
Sure.
groups in the UK in terms of active members who are doing stuff throughout the course of our events and stuff. Uh, so it's tricky to keep everyone informed and updated and all that kind of stuff. We've used various different systems. We've used Messenger a lot. We went to Spond, which is a club app, which was actually really good and it worked really well. But I wanted something centralized that did or does everything, that everyone could be notified, message each other privately or as a group. We've got a group message board, that kind of stuff. So our members have an area that they can feel comfortable seeing what events we're doing, add themselves to events. Obviously, this podcast, you can add yourself to the podcast, that kind of stuff. And from my point of view, I'm really pleased with it. But as a person who's using the website, what do you think, Tom? How's the website looking for you? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks really smart. Definite upgrade on what we had before. And I'd
Mm,
say to anyone watching or listening to this, if you've not checked it out, please do so because, as Andy says, there's going to be a lot more content coming on there moving forward.
absolutely.
And if you want to keep up to speed with what we're doing and where we are rather, then that's the place to do it. So
The pace that we're growing, not only as a group of members, but as a community, is massive. My YouTube channel, which I started as kind of a personal YouTube channel, it's got a lot of me playing guitar. If you go back a ways, badly, by the way, I can't play guitar. But it kind of turned into a Ghostbuster thing. So it's become like a group YouTube account almost. That's nearly 1,000 members. I'm only 30 people away from 1,000 people, and that's quite good. I've got another channel which has got a lot more. That's my photography channel because I've been doing photography for a long time. But I'm quite pleased that quite naturally that as a community and even the Facebook group has grown really nicely. It's got a good
yeah,
number in it. So the website complements that, keeps our community involved and informed as well as everything we're doing, what's coming up. We've got a couple of little events coming up. So we've got a little cancer research event at the end of the
hmm
month. We have the Ghostbuster quiz night. I'm so looking forward to that. That's going to be really, really good. So that's raising funds for the group. So back in I can't remember when it was, it June or July we did the event in Gosport.
yeah. I want to say it was early June.
Yeah, we were hoping to do a quiz, weren't we? But
Yeah,
what I thought was a pub, it turned out to be a cafe. It's been converted into a cafe. Uh, but it was a really nice hot summer day, and there was lots of other things going on in Gosport that we weren't that busy at all. We were outside
no.
Vanguard Comics. There's a big up to Mark, who's amazing, the guy who runs Vanguard and is running Gosport Comic Con next year, which we'll talk about in a minute. Uh, so between us and him, we had a good amount of prizes to be won for this quiz, and it didn't go ahead. So I've had this bag of prizes. It's down here actually, prizes for ages, thinking how can I do a quiz? Because I still wanted to do a quiz. It's nice. I'd already written 40 questions anyway, most of them multiple choice. So I wanted to do something, and I was like, how do I do it where it's fair and people can't cheat? Because if you do an online quiz, you just get all the answers. You can just Google it. You got your phone, Google it. So I've devised
There's
and
no
I've
honour in that, you know.
coded into the website. Now Tom knows this because Tom was my guinea pig. Tom and
I
James
was.
last night helped me go through all 40 questions and work out some of the niggly bits. I had it about 98% squared
Yeah.
away. There was a few little bits on there that needed sorting out, but Tom and James pitted themselves against each other last night, and Tom won. You did it, Tom. You come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were very much the rats in Spengler's lab, but yeah, it was all good fun.
Yeah. To
And
be
and
fair,
what
go
I
on.
would say to anyone thinking of taking part when the actual quiz goes live, even if you think you know Ghostbusters, there's quite a few like, sneaky little questions in there that might throw
Be
you off.
careful. Yeah.
So yeah, you got to be on your guard. That's all I'll say.
Be on your
But that's
guard.
it.
And it's time sensitive as well. So
Yeah.
Tom knows you don't get a long time to answer each question. So you don't see all 40 questions, you see one at a time, and you're time limited. Now, I have to say, poor old James, because you were on a mobile device and
Yeah.
James was on a laptop or computer. And James was having a little bit of issues with the buttons with his mouse. Now, I did a bit
Sounds
of
like an excuse to me, but there we go.
yeah, well, to be fair, I did a little bit of research and looked at my coding because this is all built into the website. Uh, and there were some hidden, what we call like I can't really call it now, but there's hidden bits that overlap, potentially overlap some of the buttons. They're only thin, and but if you clicked in certain areas, it was as if there was something on top of the button, and it
Okay.
worked. So but you still got more questions right. So even if James did well, but
Yeah. It was
Tom
all
was
friendly it was all friendly
it was
competition.
it
Yeah.
was it was quite a good laugh as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was.
uh, yeah, yeah. But it's going to be good. I can't wait for that. Actually, it's going to be a good night. Uh, just need to get some people to sign up to it. £3.50 a ticket. Obviously, you can work in a little team as family team or members, whatever. And pitch yourself against other people on. There are a lot of easy questions, but there are a couple of curveballs,
Yeah,
isn't there? A couple of
I think
curve.
you get lulled into a false sense of security with a few easy ones, and then
Do
hit
I
with
mean
a
I
curveball.
do
So
add
yeah,
I added some funny answers because they're multiple choice. I added some funny answers to it just to lighten them
yeah,
up. There are some serious questions in there, and if you know Ghostbusters or you think you know Ghostbusters, give it a go. See what you think. You might win some awesome prizes. Now there's a few bits of Warhammer stuff in the prize pool, but I've never really been a big Warhammer fan myself. But there's a couple of starter kits and another kit that's pretty good. So uh, as well as the Ghostbuster stuff, and 2 tickets to Gosport Comic Con, which is what I wanted to come on to next, because that's our next big event next year. So that's March 28th. Unfortunately, I've just heard that Foster Streams
yes,
is at Birmingham NEC on the same day. So there's going to be a lot of Ghostbusters going to that, and I understand that. But we're committed to Gosport Comic Con. I hope a lot of our members are gonna stay committed and help me out because I know it costs the streams is a big deal. I'd love to go to it, but I can't. It costs it. Uh, shame. It is a shame. So we'll see how that goes. But it's going to be a big event for us now. Mark at Vanguard, who's running the event, has as graciously said, we can pretty much do what we like, which means we can go hammer and tong on everything now.
that's a
Massive.
very risky thing to
No,
tell
it
us,
is.
that isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, be all right. Be all right. So, I mean, we're probably looking at having a couple of areas. Maybe our new gazebo, which is quite nice, would be out the front with potentially an Ecto. I can't say for certain if Ecto's been booked or
yeah,
anything like that. But it'd be nice to have Ecto back. And Mark's Ecto 1C was there last year. And if we can have our tent next to his car, that would be pretty awesome. Uh, yeah, yeah, looking forward to that. And then maybe a stall inside, see how that goes. But yeah, looking forward to that. It's going to be huge. It was big
yeah.
this year, but I think next year, for us especially, it's going to be even bigger. So looking forward to that. And Mass Hysteria as an event raising money for cancer research. We'll be at that event, but not just that event. Now, this is the big thing for Mass Hysteria next year. It's not going to be limited to one event. We're going to fundraise for cancer research as Mass Hysteria at 3 events next year, 3 big cons. Now, I can't mention the other 2 cons that we're going to be going to because we've been told to not say anything until other people have said that it's what do we say? It is what it is.
Yeah.
But Massive Theory will be at 3 huge, huge cons next year, and I can't wait because we're going to raise a massive amount of money for cancer research, and it's going to be blooming huge, if I can not swear. Tom, you looking forward to that next year?
I am, mate. Yeah, really exciting stuff. Again, I know we're sworn to secrecy on a few bits, so I won't say
Yeah,
any more. But all the more reason to circle back to what we said earlier to keep your eyes on the new website because we will
absolutely.
have announcements and developments on there as and when we can. So yeah,
Now I know Tom deals with all of our socials as well, especially Facebook. So keep an eye out for that because I'm sure Tom will be dropping some posts as and when we find out. Certain places
I
I've
certainly will. Yeah,
notifications on, but Facebook hates me, so I don't really get notifications. The Meta has always hated me because well, back in the day when I was posting to 50 groups a minute for my wedding photography business back 10 years ago. They didn't like it back then. I was put in Facebook jail a few times, and I just think Facebook hates me, so I don't really get notified, but we'll see. But as soon as we know that we're allowed to let everyone else know, you
yeah,
guys definitely,
certainly will.
because it's gonna be huge, absolutely massive. And I literally can't wait. We are looking to no, I can't say. But anyway, yeah, 2026 is going to be
Yeah,
Fabulous. No.
Consider this the teaser trailer, and
Yeah.
then as and when we can, we'll have more trailers coming out.
Yeah, I need to get back onto the film. We started filming a Ghostbuster related
Yes, yeah.
fan film, and that was with Mark's Ecto 1C, but we got arrested. We didn't get arrested. We got stopped.
Typical.
We we took our chances. Just so happens that that night in Portsmouth, there were more police officers from around Hampshire because there was stuff going on, and yeah, we got told off for putting the blues on, which is funny. But I had plans to film in other locations, and I've since been in contact with said locations to see if we can reignite the idea. So we'll see what happens. It'd be good to get that film done. But I'm currently looking at filming something slightly different. It's a horror, not Ghostbusters, but might be doing
Cheeky
a
little bit.
thing.
Yeah.
You all right?
Sure, we can do a cheeky little backhander to the police this time anyway. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be able to bribe someone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this has been quite a short podcast, but that's kind of where we're at. I don't want to go into too much detail because we want to do a podcast a month. So the Dogs and Cats Living Together podcast is going to be a monthly thing, hopefully, going forward. I'm going to reignite the Ghostbuster spotlight. This has kind of been a bit of a Ghostbuster spotlight for the first 5 minutes of this video, anyway. Tom is amazing, and appreciate you in the group, Tom. Really do. There's
I don't do it for the recognition, Andy, but
I
thank
know
you. I
you don't, mate.
appreciate it nonetheless.
No, you do it for the sweets that we have at our
Yes, that's very true.
the sweets.
Yeah.
But like I said, Tom, I appreciate the amount of effort you put into everything we do, mate. And appreciate the Facebook stuff as well. You're on top of that, which is really good because
No
I have
worries.
so much other stuff to deal with in terms of social media. Taking on that was a big deal for me. So thank you very much.
Well, I'm not on Mark Zuckerberg's naughty list at the moment, so you should
You
be
want to
fine.
what? What was
I'm
that?
not on I'm not on Zuckerberg's naughty list like you are.
No, that's
So
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's easier if you post than I do. Right then, mate. We'll call it there. Thank you very much for joining me on this one.
No worries.
We'll do another one next month. Hopefully, we'll have more information and we can tell people stuff
Yeah.
by then.
So stay tuned and watch this space.
Yeah. Look on our website for the Ghostbuster quiz if you want to come and see us at Palmerston Road at the end of the month. There's a few of us down there at the moment. There's one or two, but the Hampshire Cosplay for Charity group are going to be there too. So there'll be other characters out and about in Palmerston Road on I want to say the 28th of November. Don't quote me on that. Look on the website because I can't remember. Right. Thanks, everybody. Cheers and stay frosty.